Some group of men, they say they want to know after this person who will be president. I told them, P2B, people will declare him win, but he will not sit there. War is coming from north.
There is a war coming. And the war will take life.
Group of men, they say they want to know after this person who will be president. I told them he's an old man from Yoruba. They say, is he not P2B? I told them, P2B, people will declare him win, but he will not sit there. Everybody was against me, and it came to pass. Again, to tell you, war is coming from north, and that war will reach to Lagos before it go enter east. I saw leaders, I saw governors, presidents, police, army using boats to run because airport was closed. I saw prison. There is this prison, I saw the name clearly in that revelation. It was broken, all the warders was killed. The name of the prison was called Panti. I don't know if there is any prison like that. That prison was broke down, even the fence fell. The warders, all of them were massacred. I don't speak because I have mouth. Remember the day I came to this Lagos, I told you that a mighty prophet, that God is going to call him back to glory, that Iroko will fall. Everybody saying a lie. It did not reach 3 months, TB Joshua died. I don't speak because I have mouth. I only speak when God asks me to. As he said I should not go to those places today, that I should come to this place I've never been before.
For us to avoid sit down at home. I don't know when it's going to start. For free,
I'm giving you a free information.
I'm telling you this message for free. For you to avoid sit down at home. 3 days prayer. From on the 19th, 20, and 21. God, the only prayer is, Father, have mercy. Because the sit down at home that will cause everybody to run and scatter. The sit down at home that will cause people to run.
That the father will not be able to recognize the children. They will say, I'm staff.
Pray on the 19th, 20, and 21 of this month. Pray for mercy for Nigeria and Africa. That God should cancel. I'm just seeing it now. That God should cancel anything that will cause sit down at home, that will cause people to lose their children, cause children to lose their parents. Intimori is bloody.
What I saw is so bloody.
It's very bloody.
It's bloody.
When I repeat, stray bullet is there. I repeat, I am saying what I'm saying. In fact,
as it's being revealed to me this spirit now, I can see some border in North.
I repeat, pray 19, 20, 21. Nigeria should pray for mercy. Pray for mercy. I repeat, pray for mercy. On the 19, on the 20, on the 21. Interbating soleralera. On the 19, on the 20, on the 21. Pray for that 3 days. That after that 3 days, God should die down. I'm not saying it will happen between that 3 days.
But
there's a meeting between that 3 days.
Pray
that God should die down by His mercy.
That God should hear.
Pass this message because there is a war coming. And the war will take lives. We take people. Children will lose their parents. Parents will lose their children. I don't know the area it's coming from. I don't know the junction it will start. But I see the portal from north. He enters south. Pray. And the south retaliate. He enter southwest, south, whatever. I will not say more than that. But I did not see where it will start. But I hear from north. I hear from north. And I hear again from south. Pray. I don't know when the war will happen, so that we will not have sit at home. The day of that prayer, on the 19th, on the 20th, and on the 21st. On the 19th, pray for that. That 3 days means a lot in Nigeria. But you will not understand. There are some meetings that will happen between that 3 days. As they are doing their meeting on the ground, God only should intervene, so that whatever want to come ahead, the Lord should silence it. I release the message. You can cut it as we continue our service.
You heard what the servant of the Most High has to say concerning what is about to unfold in Nigeria this couple of days and from now to the end of the year. As you all know, we are already in Umba month and a lot of things are going to happen in Nigeria. So please, I'm urging each and every one of you out there to please put Nigeria in prayer. Put yourself in prayer, put your family in prayer, put your loved ones in prayer. Commit everyone into the hands of God Almighty. And one thing I always tell people is that, see, God proposed and man disposed. God can say that let there be something, and it's left for us to make sure that that thing happens or displayed the way God has instructed us to do. And for those of you out there saying that, oh, this particular prophecies you're sharing, it doesn't come to pass, or these men of God, they are not hearing from God, they are speaking by heart or what God did not send them to say. How long are we going to continue to hear God said, and where is God actually going to make sure that these things display out, they manifest at the open? You get, see, I want you and I to renew our mind. I want you and I to be settled. I want you and I to make sure that we carried out the will of God. I want you and I to make sure that we carry out the assignment, the purpose of God for our life in this country. Some things do not just happen by chance, you get, and some prophecies are not revealed by chance. They are revealed so that we stand in place of prayer to pray against this thing, to pray that this thing do not come to pass. I know that everybody is tired of interceding for Nigeria. I know that everybody is tired of praying for Nigeria. But if you and I decide to pray, decide to stop praying, if you and I say that, oh, prayer does not work again in Nigeria, the issue of Nigeria is above us, Satan will make a mess of us in this country so bad. In as much as Satan is making a mess of set of individuals that allow themselves to be used by Satan, or that give room for Satan to actually come into their life, that of their family and loved one to dwell, Satan is always going to make mess of them. See, this remaining months of the year, as you all know, Umba month in Nigeria is one month that is so scary to a lot of people. I would say that it's a tradition that they have actually sowed that idea into our head, and sometimes when ideas are being sowed into your head, it's actually very, very difficult for you to take it out. It's something, or it's a tradition that repeats itself, that once we step into the month of September, October, November, December, a lot of people are scared. They don't go to places that they are meant to go to, because they say that everybody out there is doing everything to make sure that they enrich their pocket for the month of for the month of December, which is the last month of the year, when people celebrate with love, merriment, and so on and so forth. So people will do everything. You get, girls will go out. I believe you heard what the servants of God said. Be careful of the places that you found yourself. Be careful to not be at the wrong place at the right time. Be careful to go to occasions that you're not invited. Tag along, go here with me, follow me to this place, come here, this, that, meet me at this junction, so that you do not become victim. A lot of things are happening, just like what he has said. I don't need a soothsayer to come and tell you that these things are displaying on daily basis. I don't need somebody to come and whisper it in your ear before you know. Some of us, sometimes when we are going somewhere or when we are about to do something, there's a spirit that is within us that try to stop us. We'll keep on telling you, don't do this. You start feeling some certain type of way, and that tiredness, or you start feeling headache. That is God speaking to you. God will not come down from heaven to look at you face to face and tell you that this thing is going to happen, that thing is going to happen. So don't do it that way, or don't go to that place. I saw a girl shared her life story before she lost her both leg, and she was giving a story that she was about to actually go to school that day. This particular person is not going for pleasure or whatever you may call it, or for some selfish things that you say that why did God forsake her, or that is why God forsake her. She was going for a place of learning, place that her parents have enrolled her, places that she was supposed to be there for the next couple of years to make sure that she carried out her purpose or her assignment for going to school. She said that she was actually contemplating with herself that morning that she should not go out, she should go, she should not go. Then she just picked her bath. She didn't even take her bath. And she was like, this is Harmattan period. Let her just go for this class, then come back, then she'll do her runs and so on and so forth for that day. And then she went. She was standing at her junction, waiting for bike or 𝐤𝐫𝐞 to come to pick her into the campus. And unfortunately, trailer came from nowhere, cleared her. You see, when the trailer cleared her, she was still conscious, and she was like, oh, please help raise me up, because a lot of people came to gather her. By then she has not seen her leg, and she was like, oh, please help me, let me stand up, because she wasn't feeling any pain down there. And then the moment she raised her head up and she saw that her legs have been grounded into, stick where we say something don't match, and like trailer or car don't pass, the thing don't pee, the body don't day one kind, you get. That was how her leg was looking. And then she fainted immediately, and she was rushed to the hospital, and they weren't really attending to her. And then the next thing they said, they should move her to the other hospital before she will actually, she know that her leg will not survive, because she was on coma for 3 months, you get. She didn't know what was happening, but her parents were informed, because the school authority were actually informed immediately, because she has her ID card with her. That is why it's good when you're going somewhere, please make sure you carry your ID card. It's very, very important. It could be your passport, it could be your NIN, it could be your school ID card, maybe your place of work. They will be able to trace you down to your home, irrespective of where you're going, you get. And sometimes it's good to give information out of where you're going. Don't just pick up your bag or wake up one morning, check your hand inside pocket, say you don't come out. Person don't know where you go. If they don't see you for the next 24 hours, they don't know who and who to call, you get. So she said her parents, or the school authority, was involved, and then the next thing, her parents came down, and the decision was made that they should amputate the leg, but because it was not going to survive. And when she was talking, she has this iron rod on her both leg, and she said the pain sometimes is as if someone is crashing her brain. So sometimes I intend to actually picture myself, or sometimes I intend to actually feel as if I'm actually the one going through those pain. It was unbearable, you get, when you put yourself in this people's shoe. So why am I bringing this particular example here? I'm doing it because sometimes our body tells us, sometimes our mind tells us that don't do this, your mind is not certain. And sometimes maybe you go there, that thing happened to you, and you'll be like, thank God, oh, I didn't, nothing bad, it wasn't something that was so severe that I couldn't come out of it. Or some people that actually were victims of all this kidnapper, one chance, and so on and so forth. This thing is rampant in Abuja here. So some people, when it happens to them and they're giving their story, you'll be like, God, let it not be me. That does not mean that these people do not pray enough, because you and I, mercy is sufficient enough for us. We have not gone through any of those things. When we hear things of God or men of God come out to speak to us, we take it for granted. There are people that are actually darting to us out here. There's nothing you tell them. If Jesus Christ himself do not come down to tell them, they will never believe you. See, God intends to use people in different ways, in different form, and in different shape. Sometimes it could be a child that will speak to you that don't do this, and And when you don't listen to that child, you do that thing, it doesn't turn out the way you expected it to turn out to. You start being like, oh, e be like say this thing where this small pikin talk to say I no do am, that thing for work for me omo abeg, you just fashion it. So see, God loves you and I does not mean that God do not love those people that are going through what they are going through. And for those that have lost their life, I think early this year a lady lost her life when she was stabbed, was butchered by her so-called boyfriend. Some people say boyfriend Salome. She was from Kogi State. She was coming from a place of work before she was picked, but based on information out there, you know, people now, once anything happened to a young lady, they will say that, oh, she went to do runs or she went to meet man. That is why the man used her for this. The guy was actually putting himself out there that he was a gospel musician, he was a content creator, and then this innocent girl is gone forever. No amount of how many years in prison, or they sentence that guy to death or whatever form that they do to him that will make sure that that girl comes back. Her family were saying she's a good person, her workplace, her boss, and everybody was coming out to say she's a good person. There was a young lady that was actually from my local government in Abuja. She fell into the hands of this one chance people, and then the next morning they found her lifeless body. And some people were like, oh, this girl don't go do a shower, now make the key her. Then some people were like, no, it's like we know this girl. Then people start snapping her lifeless body. They were putting it on Facebook, and before you know, her parents were like, oh, they paid ransom. Oh, how come she was unalive and she's gone? This country, in as much as the authority is doing everything to make sure that when something happened to you, they actually find out who did it to you. Even though they find out, it will not bring you back when you are gone. So please, hear to the word of instruction, listen to the word of prophecies, and make sure that you listen to your God. So when your spirit tells you no, please pay attention to it. Sometimes you could be even be going to church, and sometimes your body is not carrying it, or your mind try to play trick with you. Just tell God to lead you. Just tell God to take charge, to be in control. Some people have accidents and they lose their life. Pastors die on their way to church. So you're not different and you're not supreme to these things. You're not bulletproof to these things when it wants to happen. It's called natural disaster, but you can prevent it by listening to body languages, voices, and so on and so forth. So that is what me, I just say, let me come here and share with each and every one of you. And I pray you put yourself in place in the hands of God, in place of prayer, your family, your loved ones, your friend, even your enemy. Some of us intend to have enemy and some of us do not have. Me, I don't know whether I'm somebody's enemy or somebody's my enemy, but if you choose this to say that I'm your enemy, it's left for you. But me, I don't see anybody as my enemy. If you intend to actually make me your enemy, or more, you're going to beef yourself till Jesus gone. So please intend to put people that are not even in good terms with you, people that are not talking to you, commit them into the hands of God the remaining part of this year. Pray that as we began the year 2025, we see the end of it, because a lot of people began this year, they were not able to see the end of it. Some people could not even see 24 hours in January 2025, but you and I, Homo, we are not in the mortuary, we are in the sanctuary, we are not 6 feet below, we are alive, we're breathing on our own, we are not on hospital bed, we're not crippled, we are not blind, we can actually do things for ourselves without the help of people. So please be grateful to God that God has actually even brought you to this month. So put everything in God's hands and continue to pray. So that is what I want to share. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one shortly. And please do it to subscribe to the YouTube channel and be part of this lovely family, and do it to share this video across all social media platforms. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one shortly. Bye for now, guys.